Not a good morning. I got up and fought with everything I have to try to find me and Peter's shelter to have somebody trick us and tell us again that they had a free house for us. They said it was on a farm and we could help with the horses because they knew we loved horses. And they were just jerking us around. So we still have nowhere to go. They just got all our details and we trusted them, and then they disappeared and hung up. They came up in my box and acted like they really wanted to help, and so I trusted them. They told me both their parents were police. Yeah, they were just messing with us, and so now we still have nowhere to go. But now, yeah, whatever. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. We're just still looking for shelter, and then we had this lady pretend she was helping us, and she said that she had a house on her dad's property, and they were both of her parents were officers, and we would be really safe, and that they would protect us from gang stalking, and that her and her sister were on the way, but they were just tricking me to get all my details. They weren't really coming. And so we thought we had found some safe shelter and a new way to start and get a job and help. But it was just a trick. And so we're still looking for a way to get to a shelter. But that's not a good start to try to stay safe and have somebody trick us already. Yeah, they did that first thing this morning just to get attention in my box. Some lady named It's Cookie has like 4,000 followers and pretended like they were helping me, and then they just hung up. We need to find shelter by tomorrow morning. I may at that point be able to like beg and beg and beg for 24 hours, but I don't know. I might be completely out. So within the next 26 to 50 hours, I know we're not going to have anywhere, and if they keep pulling stuff and finding out where we were, I'm trying to find it, but there is nothing. I've already been looking for something when all this started, like over a month ago, and there are no shelters. This lady has me stranded in literally the middle of nowhere. The closest one is Atlanta, and it's hours from me, and even there, I can't find anybody that says we can go overnight. Like, I can't find any shelter to admit me and my dog, and I don't know what to do, and I have to be somewhere where we could be overnight or we won't make it. I just want a chance. I'm scared, and then they're trying to lure me and trap me, and I know they're gonna have somebody right outside where we are, since that lady knows where we are now and she's working with the hate group. But that's the thing, it's not this every day. I've been doing so good and working and all these things and doing like really, really good. And they push me and try to leave me like this so then they can look at me and point. It just doesn't make much sense. Yeah, it it is. It's very stressful. I'm gonna just hang on a second. But I'm not dry begging. I'm going through the situations I'm going through, and people that sit online judging me for that and beg for money based on my life, that's dry begging. Me going through the situations that I'm going through and getting taken advantage of by people in the hate group because I have autism and I trust them, that is not my fault. Like, I am being kind and loving and my sweet self and trusting these people, and they have ill intentions. That means I've got a really good sweet heart and they're doing bad things. That doesn't mean I should be punished for having a good heart. And that's why God keeps protecting me, because it's the people I trust and I see good in that are very evil, doing bad things, that are hurting me, like Mama Tot, like what just happened to me, like these people that put on a face like they're helping, and they're the ones willing to sell me out and put me under the bus for whatever they're getting out of it. And it's not right. It's not right. Good morning. Right, that's the thing. Like, if they don't want to help me, that's fine, but don't come in my life trying to, like, get all my details and put me in danger and get attention off me while I'm literally homeless and struggling. Like, that's just rude as fuck, Cookie. And then this other lady came in and asked me if I wanted a camper, and I asked her where she's at, and she just left. And it's like, people just, they know I'm in need, so they're like, oh, would this help you out? And then I'm like, yes, that would be amazing. And they're like, ha ha ha, you can't have it. Like, I don't get it. I'm literally trying my best. I don't know how to get anywhere. I'm willing to do anything. I just don't know. I don't know how to get anywhere. I'm in Georgia with no vehicle. I do have a valid Georgia license, even though they tried to act like I had done wrong here. They were just gaslighting everybody because they had been the one to beat me up and try to get me in trouble. And so they were like, yeah, she'll get arrested if she goes to Georgia. And then I've been in Georgia for 5 months and never did anything wrong. And I get to this point, like, I don't want to lose all my stuff, but I'm not really going to have an option. So I guess I could do a bus, but I just have no luck with buses. I've got lost on them before, but I'm just going to lose almost all my stuff if I have to get a bus ticket. And I can't afford one, and I don't really know where to go. I mean, I don't even know where a bus is. Like, I don't know. We got tricked again momentarily. Somebody came up in our box and told us they had a safe house for us. And their parents were officers and that we would be safe. And they were on their way to get us from Texas. And they said it would be like 11 hours. And then she was asking me for money. I told her I'd do my best to help in my lives, and she just hung up on me, and now she won't talk to me anymore and just disappeared. So I think it was just a trick to get our information, because then we didn't hear anything else from her. I don't know. I guess because they get attention. Somebody said they've already been making videos, making fun of it and stuff. But we're literally homeless and just trying to reach out to keep ourselves going for a few days and get to a safe shelter so we can figure something out away from the gang stalkers. And then they're trying to keep tabs on everything we do. I knew what they were doing with this situation from the very beginning, and that's why I didn't talk about anything going on, because I knew they wanted me to say this and say that and say her husband was hitting on me and all this back when it was happening. So I tried to navigate through as much of it as I could without even coming forward with it. That's the thing. Now they know that it's tomorrow at 11, and that now they know the time. They know where I'm at and everything exactly, because I told her because I thought she was helping me. So it's not that they've gang stalked me for years. It's that over a year ago that I told my story, and my ex and my mom had seen it, and they wanted the narrative changed. So they had people come up in other people's box and lie about the narrative. I have been working the last 5 months, and then they got involved, and they made this go bad really fast, quickly, so they could get the attention off of it. And I'm trying to just keep my head above water and trust God no matter what they do, and they keep kicking me while I'm down. See, and then that's the same person that just asked me if I wanted a camper, but then they say, why would anyone gang stalk you for years? So that seems fishy too. Like, why would you come in here, ask me if I wanted a camper, knowing I've been saving for a camper for a long time, and then when I ask you, like, where are you or what is it, you just left. It's like, I just lost my job. I just had to leave it because the gang stalkers got involved, and I was getting bullied because they were getting me bullied at work by telling them all these lies about me. And so I had to leave because 2 days in a row I was getting bullied because they were repeating this stuff online and calling me the R word and doing a lot of really bad things. And so I had to leave for my safety. I tried to go in the next day, and the same thing happened with the gang stalking. And so I tried, and then now I've been looking for other work, and I don't have time to find anything else in time. And I'm very stuck where I'm at because I trusted the lady that said, come here. And she was like, I'll help you get a job and get a place and all this stuff. And then she wanted me out like the second I got there. And that's when she like had her husband hitting on me because he was telling me that she was real jealous and saying this and that. And it seemed very much like the Dixie situation, where as soon as I got there, she's trying to shove me out. And then she had her husband do all this creepy stuff, and I just kept my head down and kept trying to go through everything. That's when I really started looking for shelters, because I just wanted to get away from her. And there's no shelters. Like, there's no shelters in... So people thought you were in Alabama, but they knew the people you worked with.
Yes, they contacted them online. That's how they ended up finding out that I was in Georgia. Yes, it was. I don't know what you mean about thought I was in Alabama, because they already knew that. That's why they've been doxing my address. I just can't afford it. I've already asked for 3 extra days, and I owe him that right now. And so, in order to stay, I'd have to pay him back for the 3 days I've already gotten, and then be able to pay for another day. And I don't have a way. I only have $3 left in all my accounts. And I think that's what they were trying to do by having that lady pretend she had a place, because they were like, we have a place for you, but you got to send us money for gas. I think they were trying to see if I had any other money, but I didn't. And I was like, all I have, it's $450 a week, or like $78 a day, and I already owe almost $300 for the last few days. So that's why I'm trying to do everything I can, because if I can, I know if I can't give them anything towards what I at least owe, maybe they'll give me a few more days. But if I don't give them anything, I'm not going to have any time to figure anything else out. And now that they've doxed the address, I don't even know how long I've got before they start calling up here and acting crazy. So yeah, I know. And that's what I've been doing. That's why I had to go through everything I'd saved for a car, because it's over $2,000 a month. They're not letting me stay free. And it's only, I came up with everything I had, and I paid everything I had. That had gotten me through the first 3 days, and then I'm able to I just asked for grace to get through the rest of the week, and I want to try to pay it back, but I've got to get a job. And so far, it's going to be like the 15th. I don't know. That's the thing, is it's a lot to be able to stay here, so that's why I'm willing to go to a shelter to try to find work. I'll do an at-home job. Yeah, from what we discussed, I think it'll either be tomorrow I can talk to him. I might be able to stay till Wednesday, but I know I had said a few days, and that was from Sunday. So from Sunday to or Saturday. Saturday is when I was going to have to be out, and I just said, just please give me enough time to find a shelter, just a few days, and if I have it, I'll pay for it then. If not, I'll try to pay you back as soon as I get a job. So I'm going to owe him for those 3 days no matter what. I know, and that's why I'm not really asking for money. I'm trying to find a safe way to get us to a shelter so I can work my way out of it, because I don't even know that I'm going to have a job if I keep staying here. So I don't want to waste people's money trying to get on my feet. I want to get on my feet. But if I feel like I can get a job or can make things work or find a place, like, I'd like to stay and work it out, but I just, so far that's not an option. mean, I don't know what solution to find. Like, I don't have any solutions. There are no shelters to take us out. So that's the thing, because I'm stuck. Like, I don't have any other options. I get stuck in these situations thinking that the last person that picked me up is going to keep their word because I have autism and I trust them. And I don't know. I don't realize that they're just screwing me over or that they're using me for their own gain. I don't know that until it happens. And so when they try to do it again, I fall for it again because I still think the best of people. Like, and that's what happened. And it almost happened again this morning because the lady seemed so sweet. And like, she's like, oh, I'm just so sorry about what's going on with you and Peter, and I want to help you. And I trust it every time. And then it's not real. And I don't know because I have autism. And I just see the best in people. And like, so I walk right into the trap every time thinking they're helping me. But they're not. They're evil people. I'm trying. I've been trying to do all that. But that's the thing with the issue with my paperwork. But this is really what I'm going through, AMS. And you're one of the people that's been stalking, bullying, and harassing me in here, stalking, bullying, and harassing me. So you're simply just showing what I'm talking about. Yeah, that was just, I mean, they came back and then they said something rude, but they've never legitimately offered me the camper before. They came in and said, hey, I got a camper for you. And I was like, where are you at? What state are you in? You know, and then she came back and just threw shade and said something ugly. And I was like, I was interested in the camper, but you never answered me. And she never answered. So I think it was just another person trying to get attention. But yeah, that's the problem. That's why I went from grad school to homelessness and couldn't get everything I needed because I've had so much trouble like getting disability or unemployment or I don't understand things like that. And it's hard to even like get a job. So I had people help me figure that out, and then they were like pushing me to fail, and like I just kept going as long as I was able, but in a place without a vehicle, with going through a lot of abuse. All the money that I had set, Ginseng had lied to me and told me he found a camper for $300 or $3,000, but of course that was not truthful. He just wanted me to get en route so they could try to stick me in a mental institution because Mama Tot paid him $50,000 to do that. And there are text messages corroborating that, saying that K-Cat admitted that, and she told Indian Outlaw about that, and she was on the phone call with us, and that's what Mama Tot told her, and there are proof of it. And yet everybody just looks the other way. But he told me there was a camper for $300 or $3,000, but there wasn't. So when I got there, it cost me $3,000 just to rent a camper for just 3 weeks. And then I kept going and kept going, and I was able to go back and get that camper with what I had made when I was making ranks all the time. But there was never a camper for $3,000. Ginseng had just lied to get me to come down, and that's why he told me don't trust anybody but me. Because he didn't want everybody to know that he had lied to me and told me that there was a camper that cheap. And that's why I went ahead and left, thinking that he already had a camper there. We were going to put it on his property. Yeah, he did. I mean, he did say it on live a few times. He said he'd found one enough. And then, yeah, it was because Mama Tot told him to go ahead and pull the switch and that to get me there. And then they were going to lure me into an institution, and that was their plan. Lauren, somebody played a trick on me this morning and said they were coming to get us from Texas and that they had a free house for us and their parents were cops and we would be safe. And then when I called her she said she was on the way, but then she asked me if I had money, and when I told her I only had $3, she hung up on me. I think they were trying to find out, like, if I had any extra money, but I don't. I'm not playing anybody. I'm really homeless. I'm really struggling. I'm really, like, out on the street tomorrow, and we have to find somebody to take us together, or a shelter that'll take us together, and so we're just trying. And this lady just lied to us. Her name was It's Cookie, or It's Just Cookie or something, and she pretended like she was sad about the gang stalking. Yeah, and she totally jerked us around. So we gave out all our details, and she said she was coming to get us, but she was just messing with us. So we're still trying to save everything we can. So hopefully we can give them whatever tomorrow. Maybe they'll at least let us stay through tomorrow. I don't know what community action means. I never heard of that. But the idea of a caseworker sounds terrible, because anybody who has pretended to advocate or help has been the people that's got me in trouble. And anyone that I've gone to thinking that they, like, help the homeless, they've been the people that have put me in this position and got me in a bad position and got me stalked. So I don't really want to trust any other advocates. No, thank you. I just tried to trust somebody else. Yeah, I know, but it was just, they were just jerking me around so they could go back and make fun of me, and then they'd know exactly when I'd be on the street, and they could laugh about the fact that I didn't have any money, and so they just did it to figure it out. And they got me to give them all my details, and then they hung up on me, and I called back like 11 times, and she never answered, so she was just jerking me around. But we're desperate. We don't have nowhere to go. We got stuck here, and we're really just trusting that God will make some kind of way. And then she took advantage of us for attention and money, and she literally outright asked me, did I have any money, knowing that I was homeless, knowing what I was going through, and that I haven't gotten one single donation all day. And I guess that's what she was trying to find out, like, where she was gonna take it. Yeah. How far is it, Shelley? No, there's no kind of homelessness services or anything like that, because I tried when all this first happened, like a month and a half or 2 months ago, when the pervy man and gave me his number and made me save his and talked about how his wife wasn't sleeping with him and cornered me and all that stuff. Well, I really feel like it has something to do with her writing insurance policies and Nancy buying my social security number, but I'm not positive. I don't know that for a fact, so I don't want to put that out there, but I'm thinking that that ties together, because she was wanting me to sell policies to her parents, and I told her I felt uncomfortable with everything going to Tisha's parents, and I felt uncomfortable with that. So, but that's the thing, I haven't been house jumping, Megan. They've had people that have pretended to, like, be on my side and be on the right side, that were actually working with the hate group, and that's what I'm trying to show you and tell you, and it's literally still happening, and yet y'all are looking the other way. And that's what I'm trying to say, that even today they had someone from the hate group pretend like they were on my side, and I gave them all the details because I have autism. I just trusted them. But they had this lady do the same thing they had Anna do, and that's how they kept tabs on me all year. Kept me under Slots Minions thumbprints because they had people pretending they cared about me that were the bad guys. And I didn't know it, because in that way they could film me, keep tabs on me, ask me all the questions I knew, and try to keep that's probably that. Dixie is one of the most evil ones I came across this path. Like, she was working with Slot and the Joe person and TMH from the very beginning, and I could see right through her BS. And I would tell her, like, she said, the cops called me last night and they're coming to whatever, and I was like, let me see your phone, and I called the number back, and it was a text now number. So which now I know she was just working with them and BSing, but she was so gullible and naive and tried to lure me to Mexico, and she's the one that wanted me to go to that man's house and sleep in his bed. She did. She's the most evil, and the way she treats her daughters, and she wanted me to go to the doctor and tell the doctor that her daughter wasn't eating, so she'd make her wear a feeding tube because she was so jealous of her beautiful daughters. They were so pretty and she was so fat. She was very jealous of them, and she was like trying to make me go to the doctor and tell the doctor lies about her daughter so she'd get a feeding tube. And I was like, that's weird, and I wouldn't do it. Yeah. She was a very unhinged woman, and that's what she just gets people to do and say whatever to protect her. And that's why, like, how the hell she beat me up and turned a whole nation into thinking it was my fault. That's pretty creative. But now I want to play this out. I can't wait until I'm served with a warrant, because I want to take her to court and make sure that those kids are safe and that she never hurts anyone the way she's hurt me. And I want to hold her accountable for all the interactions she had with Slot, because, I think there was money that changed hands, and we should look into that. So, matter of fact, I think we should go to court, Dixie. Let's go. I'm right here. I'll just pop on over. We can handle the court date right now. I'm willing. Which Dixie? There's only one Dixie. I'm not allowed to donate plasma because I have metal in my legs. Anybody I know by the name of Dixie is willing to sell out for Mama Tot. That's all I know. Act like good people. No, you're right. There was another Dixie that pretended like she was a good person, but as soon as Mama Tot's crew came in, even though I was a subscriber of hers, she treated me like absolute trash and blocked me, even though I paid to subscribe to her. But as soon as Mama Tot's group went and started crap, she did block me, even though I paid for the subscription. So me, as a woman facing homelessness, paid for a subscription and got blocked by an awareness group who's taking money from people in need and blocking them just to stay on Mama Tot's good side. But yeah, she's one of the good ones. No. God's just exposing more demons posing as people that help others, and Dixie's one of them. She acts like she helps people after addiction, and I mean, one reason I can't even go to rehab is because I can pass a drug test. I'm not able to. I asked them. I went to a plasma center and asked if I could donate when I had metal stents in my legs, and they said it disqualified me, but I would be willing. Well, that's what I was told. And I'm not going to argue with you. That was what they told me when I went to donate. Indian Outlaw's always stalking me. He's creepy and weird. No, I never had awareness groups before Mama Tot got involved. I was one of the biggest creators on here and I never got bullied at all. That's why Slot lured in Mama Tot to help, because I wasn't getting bullied until Mama Tot started telling lies about me. I didn't get bullied at all. Then that's when the awareness groups popped up based on her lies. So that's why I had the problem with her. Yes, Miss Valentine is correct. Having metal stents. Jenna and Killer Bees were working with Slot, and they set this up and like created a drama that wasn't there by going to all the people like Sarah and John Cummings and stuff. They were targeting my platform, trying to get people to gift them that was gifting me. So they made up a whole bunch of lies. Well, my experience has not been good, and she's not been honest, and she's done some very bad things that's put my life in danger, and that's on God. Okay, so feel how you want to feel. She was just one of Slot's little minions, Jenna was. She just does whatever she asked her to. She literally was sending guys NEKKID pictures to get information on me. And that's what they still do. They call it awareness, but they just steal all my material and make fun of me. And use my name to further their platforms. And like while I'm homeless and I'm struggling with things, they stream me and collect money. And I'm literally just trying to find a shelter for me and my dog where we don't get hurt. But that's the thing, is that I'm telling the truth. So I can sit here and say it 600 times because it is the truth. That's the thing. It's like I am telling the truth. I'm not. When they tried to catch me this morning, they couldn't do it because I'm 100% telling the truth and I'm in the situation I'm in. And so they're not going to catch me up because I am literally looking to go to a shelter. I'm not trying to just get money. They lie, and Mama Tot lied and said I was faking my homelessness and I was doing that because she got some kind of payout from my ex-husband. She sat there and talked about how rich he was and how Papa Tot knows him, and now they're all changing it. They say this morning they acted like they had a girl come get up in my box and say she had a house for me, and she wanted to talk to me privately. And I called her, and she said that her dad was an officer and they had seen my story and they wanted to give me a little house in Texas, and I could help them on the farm with the horses, or I could work whatever I wanted to do. And then they asked me if I had any money for gas, and I said I only have $3. I can send you that, or you can come in my box and we can probably get people to help. And then she just hung up on me. But that's the thing, Leanne. I've never been asking for anything for free. Like when I reached out in the shelter, it was to find work for me and my dog. And I never had been looking for anything for free. Like I've always been looking to do things for myself, But they get me in these really stuck positions, have people bring me out in the middle of nowhere, have their husbands say gross, degrading things. And then when I don't give in to their advances, well, then I'm out in the street. And it's like they knew what they were going to do before they got me there, okay? They knew that. They knew they were going to do this crazy, scandalous behavior. It all ties together. They made sure everything fell apart right at once, so I'd be left completely stranded, and it did. And I'm not even going to get into it because it's like they do this so that I'll stay triggered in the trauma, and I'm just going to focus on what I can do to get us out of it. And but read through me because I'm telling the truth. So that's the thing. You can read through me because I'm telling the truth. I can't stay here. I'm staying somewhere where I had to beg for mercy for the last few days because I can't afford it here. I don't have a way to afford this place even if I worked full time. It's over $2,000 a month. So I'd had to pay everything I'd saved up for a car just to stay here this past month. I haven't. Well, they found out where I was, and now we have to leave. Well, I just told them I didn't want to stay. I didn't want to stay. I keep asking about it, Rhonda. I don't know. I don't know who's tricking me or what's going on, but I can't just get to New Mexico. I swear on my life I haven't had a voucher for anything. Why would you lie about that in my chat? I swear on my life, on everything I believe in, I did not have room vouchers. Leanne, that you can call me whatever names you want. I have autism and I get taken advantage of. I have people that I think they're good people. I trust them, and they're really bad people doing bad things, and I get in bad situations because I think they've got my best interest at heart.